Hall of Famer Michael Haynes. Since the last time we had Michael on the show was at the Super Bowl in New York, up there on Radio Row. And it's great to have him back on the show. When we had the opportunity to have him on, I said, man, in New York, it was so much fun catching up with you, Michael. It's great to have you back.
Well, thanks for having me on. I'm glad to see you guys. How's everything going?
Woo. It's cold outside, but it's been a lot of fun in here. And the fact that we are the Eagles affiliate, it's got a little extra. When your team is in it, there is a little extra
difference.
jump. Yep.
Yeah. So, my team is in it too. One of my teams.
One of them.
Yeah.
I always, the Patriots, I always think of you as a Raider.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people do.
Yeah. But Patriots are here.
Yeah.
But that's every. Aren't you bored with that yet?
No. Not at all.
One thing with this Eagles team is we were talking a lot about how this team has had so many injuries and been able to still kind of get here. Like, when you're on a team that has injury after injury, and it's not just, the 6 special team guys. They've got all pros and Pro Bowlers and starters and an MVP candidate. It's kind of a great story that they're here.
It is. It is a great story that they're here. You're absolutely right about that. They had a terrific season. I don't think anyone figured at the beginning of the year that they would be here, especially when Carson Wentz got hurt. Everybody said, well, there goes our season. But it didn't drop at all. I mean, the great coaching, great playing by a lot of the players. Obviously, great leadership by the senior guys on that team.
Yeah, that's something you talked about, how the leadership council, and a lot of those guys were the guys who got hurt.
Yeah, nine guys on the leadership council. 5 of them, Jason Kelsey was saying, are on IR right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
But I guess we talk a lot about this as we got this, the preparation from the coach, how he has this team prepared with all of these injuries must be,
phenomenal coaching. Yeah, phenomenal coaching. You have to give all the credit to the coach for that and his coaching staff, and that really comes from a lot of foresight. He obviously has super high goals, and he must be great at preparing. Just one of those guys that can think forward and make sure that his guys prepared for things. I understand that he's going to have Brett Favre talk to the team.
Yes,
I think that's really important. Now, and it's Saturday morning, not Saturday night, because it would be a huge difference to have them talking to those guys on Saturday night. They'll be able to get sleep on Saturday because, and I think he thinks of that. So I think a lot of guys are fortunate to have coaches that have been in the spotlight before and been around great teams and greatness and great cultures and things, and they're able to prepare differently from other guys as a result of that.
Radio here doesn't do it justice because Michael's sitting here. He's got the Hall of Fame jacket on. He's got his Hall of Fame ring. When you look at this Eagles team, there's a guy on there who's hurt, not playing in this game, unfortunately, but he likely might join your club one day. What are your thoughts on Jason Peters?
Well, anybody that's playing at a level that is, to get on this team, they're special, and I look forward to having that guy on my team. There's nothing negative with that experience.
Or there's another guy too, though, that might be joining your club. Later tonight? I mean, Brian Dawkins.
That's right.
Yeah, that's true.
Another member. I mean, they have that announcement tonight.
Is it later? I don't think it's tonight.
Saturday, right?
Yeah,
I think
Saturday
it's
the honors. At the honors deal.
Yeah.
NFL honors. Yeah, that'll be a special occasion for a lot of folks.
How much fun is that for you? When you,
the way they do it now.
Member.
The way they do it now, it is cool, right? So you got to remember, I played back. I mean, even the draft. I didn't even get to go to New York for the draft. I mean, I got a phone call at 7 in the morning, and then it was the Patriots. Like, hey, Mike, this is Pat Horn, PR man for New England. Hold for the coach. Hold for Coach Fairbanks. Today they would have flown me into New York. I'd have been wined and dined and all around New York.
Right.
Stay at the Waldorf Astoria.
Yeah. You were a top 5 pick, though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you would have been everywhere.
Yeah. I probably could have been drafted higher. I didn't want to go to the Seattle Seahawks or the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It was their first year in the league, and I did not want to go from playing in 3 Fiesta Bowls in college, had an undefeated season my senior year, a great 4 years in college, and then go to the pros and play on a team that doesn't win for a couple of years. I just felt like new teams were not going to win, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to start off by winning, and the Patriots fit that bill.
Yeah, well, he was the 5th pick of the draft, a member of the 1980 All-Decade team, elected to the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1997, Patriots and Raiders. But you're here with know your stats about prostate cancer, and I know that's something that we talked about the last time you were with us. That's something that you're very passionate about.
Super passionate about it. It's the real reason I come to the Super Bowl every year. It's the only place in the world you can come to where all the press in the world that care about pro football is in one room or one location. You can go from table to table and get a lot accomplished. And for me to try and change the awareness about the importance of early detection of prostate cancer, it's important to be here. So we're doing a great job. I got a great team, my PR team. They're setting up all these interviews. And the message is easy, really. Know your family history. You got to know your family history. If it runs in your family, when you're in your 40s, you need to talk to your doctor about it. Prostate cancer is a slow-growing cancer. So if you find out you have it in the early stages, you got plenty of time to decide what you want to do. Find out in the later stages you don't have any time. And if you wait until you have symptoms, oftentimes that's too late. So the best thing to do is know your family history. If it doesn't run in your family, you can wait till your middle 50s before you have this conversation with your doctor, before he starts tracking it and everything. But it's what I do now, and the numbers are going up, so we're doing a much better job in terms of getting awareness out there.
And if you didn't get put into the Hall of Fame, you might not have known.
Well, that's true. You know, that's true. I mean, I found out at the Hall of Fame, attended the screening there, and it was where the NFL and the Urologic Care Foundation launched that program.
Crazy.
And I was working at the NFL at the time. My boss said, "Hey, why don't you go down there and check that out and see how it's going?"
Oh, my
That's
God.
how it happened.
Wow.
And so these ladies,
and now what? 10
I call
years
them
later,
angels.
10 years later, this is something that you're still talking about.
Let me tell you how much I talk about it. Every year, I'll run into a Hall of Famer and says, "Mike, man, thank you for what you do." And I'm going, "Why? What are you talking about?" He goes, "I had this surgery. I just had another Hall of Famer tell me this summer. I had another one tell me in the fall. I fly around. When I tell people I'm the spokesperson, if it runs in their family or if they've had it, they talk to me about it. So on the way out here, the guy next to me had it. His dad had prostate cancer. His older brothers had prostate cancer. So would you think that he knows that he's likely to get it? He did. Did he think he did anything about it? He didn't. So when he finally went to the doctor and found out he had it, he had late-stage prostate cancer. Could have all been avoided if he had just gone to the doctor and found out in the early stages and taken care of it then. And he ended up, he's having a tough fight right now. He's gone through radiation. Now he's doing chemo and all these different things to try and fight it. He doesn't have to be that. Doesn't have to be that way. And that's what our campaign is about, trying to get guys to avoid that situation.
And that's knowyourstats.org. You can follow him on Twitter at knowyourstats. We know so many people. And Mike Haynes, NFL on Twitter. He looks great. He's got the great jacket, which I know everybody who's playing in this game today, that's what you get in this game. You yearn for that jacket, and winning a game like this can help you get there. You've got one of those rings. And the guys who win this kind of game, that puts you on the radar to get one of these jackets.
It definitely does. It puts you on the radar. And it looks like, the Eagles are going to be good for a long time. I watched those guys get to this stage. And, I don't think anybody's going to be surprised if they win.
How many more years does Brady play?
Oh, gosh, I have no idea. My guess, it's 4.
44 years old he'd be.
He might get into your club, right? I mean, maybe.
He's been in our club for 5 years at least. I've been saying he's the best quarterback of all time before he won all these Super Bowls. He's just unbelievable.
Special.
And he's actually in better shape, I think, and faster today than he was when he came in the league.
It's crazy. It's amazing how far that franchise has come since you played.
When I was drafted to the Patriots, guess what they used to do? They used to hold up the two teams that we wanted to be like in the AFC, the Raiders and the Steelers. Now, the team that they hold up is the Patriots and the Steelers.
Right.
So in the AFC, and
you like the fact that the Raiders are moving again?
I have some concerns about it.
Yeah.
I have some concerns, and the biggest concern I have is that they could lose home field advantage. It might mean nothing being in Las Vegas.
That's a good point.
You know,
they got Gruden there now.
Yeah, well, they're going to sell out. I mean, the game's going to be sold out, but they may not be sold out because the people are football fans. You can imagine people coming from Asia, Mexico, Europe to go to Las Vegas, have fun, and why are they there? For the halftime entertainment.
The casino gives you a couple tickets
for
to
the
go see the
halftime
Raiders
entertainment. They want to hear a big concert at the halftime or a pregame or postgame or something like that. So not for football. That's the scary part.
Pro Football Hall of Famer and cancer survivor Mike Haynes He's kind enough again to join us here. KnowYourStats.org. Check that out. As you said, hey, he just had a screening because they told him to go check it out, and that's how he found out. So if it's in your family, get a check. Mike, we appreciate you stopping by again.
I appreciate you guys, man.
All right, Michael Haynes,
see you in
everybody.
the next couple of years or next year.
Well, if the Eagles are back, where's it next year? Atlanta, right?
Atlanta, yeah.
Oh, I know you'll be there. Yeah, I have a feeling they'll be back.
Hopefully. Marino never got back.
Yeah, that's true.
But
But
we hope.
okay, here's why. What wins football games?
They can't run the ball. That
What wins football games? Offense or defense?
Well, defense.
Thank you very much. Okay, that's why.
All right, Michael Haynes,
All right.
everybody here on the Sports Match.